Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by the Difference Media LLC.
Today's show is hosted by Brian Poduska, entrepreneur and owner of Real Property Management Focus. Co-hosted by Cordell Reynolds with New Res Mortgage and Linh Heverly, realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our co-host and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie starts now.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie version. We are on, I want to say, episode number 22 or something like that, Lyndon. So we have been going strong for the last several months with this fantastic group, out of the Master Networks Wylie chapter. Again, if you haven't seen the show, we do have rotating co-hosts. Today we have Lynn. And Cordell was unable to join us, so Lennon will be co-hosting in his place. And then our co-hosts oftentimes will bring on a guest. So those guests are usually local business owners, entrepreneurs, community leaders. And our whole goal is, as you heard in the opening there, to really put a spotlight on local businesses, local business leaders, local community leaders. So that is what we're here to do today. We also have a rotating business topic of the month that we'll dive into on the back half of the show. This month, I believe we're talking networking and the best ways to do that. So we will dive into those. There we go. So best practices for networking and building your brand through networking. So we will do that here on the back end. Lennon, why don't you bring in our co-host and let's say hello.
All right, we got Lynn today, as you said, and I just realized, Brian, this is the first time I've ever co-hosted. I've been a guest on some of everybody's shows, but I've never co-hosted, so I'm not sure I can do it.
Well, step number one is being able to see your handsome face, and right now I see just a black screen, but I can hear you loud and clear.
You can't see me? Can you see me, Lynn?
Nope, can't see you.
No, we can just hear you. And your screen looks like it's black. It does say your name and you're the creator of the difference. So at least we know who you are, and we've heard from you several times. So you're world famous. So if you can't get your picture up there,
could y'all see the screen before we were on air?
Yeah, when we were backstage, we could see it.
All right, I'll keep trying to work on it.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, so you're right. This is your first time co-hosting. You've been on pretty much every single show, behind the scenes and certainly contributing along the way. So, glad to have you as a co-host in Cordell's place. But yeah, I think, I've reiterated this many times, and there you go. Now I can see it.
Are.
All right. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So, hey, Brian, you were talking about me being almost on every show.
Yeah.
Nathan and I were counting the other day. We've done over 1,600 shows since we started. I've only missed 3.
Wow.
3 shows, either producing or hosting or guest. I've only missed 3.
Wow. That's impressive. Yeah. I can only remember maybe 1 or 2 that Nathan basically took it and did the production and contributed just like you do.
Right.
That's impressive, man. That's 1,600 shows. That's, how many does that come out to a week? If you do the math, right? So
almost 4 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, because it's quite a few.
That's pretty awesome. And yeah, what I was saying, specific to this show and this group of co-hosts that we have, Lynn being one of them, and you're filling in for Cordell, but love this group, love the Master Networks Wylie chapter. really tight-knit chapter. I was trying to make it out there this morning to say hello to the group. I wasn't able to do that because of a conflicting appointment that I had this morning. But I mean, you guys are just, you have each other's back. If somebody can't show up on the show, kind of what Lyndon's doing right now, filling in for Cordell. But you guys have just been fantastic to work with. So excited to have you again as a co-host today, Lynn, and excited to meet your guests as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's do this. What we typically do is give you guys a brief moment to talk about who you are, what you do, what your role in the chapter is, and if you guys are looking for anything specific to the Master Networks-Wylie chapter, certainly let's talk about that now. And then after we give you guys the time to introduce yourselves, we'll take a quick break. And on the back end, we have a What's Up Wylie segment, which we'll talk about what's going on in the community of Wylie. So Lynn, ladies first, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm Lynn Heverly. I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. I've been doing real estate for, I think, 11 years now, a little over a decade. And I've been part of Master Networks, I would say, not very long. So I'm still fairly new to the group. We did have our meeting today. I believe we're looking for an electrician, a commercial or solar roofer. I know our landscaping spot just got filled. Lyndon, do you remember? I think there was 2 more, and I can't remember who that was.
There was a solar, there was an electrician. We did have an electrician visiting today, so that was good. Yes, landscaper got taken. There was one more. I don't know. I can't remember what that one was. If anybody is watching, we always have our Master Networks buddies watching. So if anybody remembers what that spot is,
I got it. Apparel and embroidery and a party planner. So if anybody in the community, is either one of those, we'd love to have you as a guest. Come check our family out. And we'll show you what Master Networks is all about.
Brian, you were a party planner back in college, weren't you?
Yeah, on a spot, I guess I could do that. But yeah, I wouldn't get paid enough for it in today's world as an adult. But how many guys and gals you have in the chapter? I know it's grown immensely, almost astronomically. So what number are you guys up to right now?
I think they said the other day that we're somewhere around 35. Probably, what would you say today, Lynn? Was there 50 plus people there today? Because we had a lot of guests today.
Our room, definitely our room was full. It was definitely full.
Yeah, so you guys outgrew your previous location and you're at a new location.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I've seen some video and pictures of it. Looks fantastic.
Well, I actually had a few of the difference community that came today. Brian, I know you had something pop up and you didn't get to make it. But I can't wait for them to start sharing what their thoughts are, because I've been pumping it up, right? And everybody goes, oh yeah, sure, right. But I know when Paul and Stephen and Frank left, they're like, wow, you weren't lying. This is a dynamic group.
Oh, good. So I know Stephen was going to go. Paul Fisher was able to make it.
Stephen, Paul, and Frank. Frank's going to be heading up the new Community Difference rock wall. That's starting in September. And awesome. He came out. Everybody got to meet somebody that I'd introduced them to previously, so that was good. But it's just, man, it's high energy. It's crazy high energy. I think the very first show we did for Wylie, I called it a business revival. It's like going to church, man. You get fired up and ready to tackle the week, and they won't let you slack there. They keep you. Everybody's on their toes and everybody's pulling their weight, and it's such a good group.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you had some of the difference makers show up today. Like I said, you guys have impressed me since we started this a few months ago, just with the camaraderie and the everybody has each other's back mentality that you guys have. So look forward to actually getting out to the venue and saying hello in person. With that being said, Lennon, you're people know who you are, but did you want to give Cordell's business a little plug here since he's not able to make it today?
Yeah, Cordell, I'll talk a little bit about him, and then there's a few things I do want to share, but I'll run Cordell's stuff at the bottom. Cordell is an Arkansas boy, so I gotta have his back extra special. But he's with Platinum Eagle Mortgage. Cordell's been doing mortgages, I think, for almost how long, Lynn? Did he say 20? Did he say 20 years? Has it been that long? He's been doing it for.
He's still pretty young. But I guess if he did 20 years, I guess, yeah.
He's old enough
he
to
said
do
he went through the 2008, meltdown. So he's been at it for a while.
So
Yeah.
maybe not quite 20, but longer than 10, I would say probably.
Yes.
Just a dynamic guy. I can't remember his tagline. I know one he shares that if you don't do your loan with Cordell, you're dumb as, and I'll let anybody else figure out the rest of that.
Something that rhymes.
Something like that. I don't know. But Cordell's a great guy. If you're looking for a home loan, you're looking to buy a home, well, we got Lynn here, and Cordell can take care of the other part of it. So
we work as a team.
Yep, absolutely. Two great people, and they'll definitely help you out. So, and just about me, for anybody that hadn't watched, I mean, Brian and it's almost like I've said here lately that it used to be me that started this, but now it's kind of me, you, and Nathan. You guys have stuck with me and stuck beside me, and through all the changes and the ins and the outs. And Brian, for a fact that this thing took on a life of its own, and it's basically created itself. We've just kept it in the middle of the road. And, now we're doing the community shows. We have Wylie, which is our #1 show right now. Frisco is kind of on a pause. We're working that out. Denton just came online. McKinney's coming online. Rockwall's coming online. Rowlett should be coming online before the end of the year. And what's really neat is every time we do a new show, I have somebody from another community reach out and go, "Hey, that's a pretty cool thing y'all got going there. How do we do one here?" Yeah. So it's pro business, it's pro leadership. Everything that you hear is going to be something positive about what's going on in the community, and really spotlighting and showcasing the very important people that are making it happen, the unsung heroes, right? So that's kind of what we did about that. Also wanted to give a quick reminder that we do have a radio station. We're not live on that now with our shows, but they are replayed. 2940 The Difference Radio. You can find that on our website at thedifferenceradio.com. So all the shows are there. Radio show music or the mix of music of country and some classic rock. And if you listen to Brian's hour that he plays his music, you might get a little gangster rap.
That's right. You're going to have an eclectic mix of music, which I do love the format. You sprinkle in music for an hour, then you have a show for an hour, so you can literally keep it on and in the background and just keep on listening.
So Frank McLeod, he's the one that's helping me with the Rockwall one. He's owner of Minuteman Press over there in Rockwall. He messaged me the other day. He goes, "Man, first of all, Heath Fire Station is listening to it. They've got it playing all day long." He goes, "I just sat here and I listened to George Jones, Metallica, Snoop Dogg, and Kenny Chesney all in the same hour." I'm like, there you go.
Yep. Not many places you're going to get that.
Nope.
So that's pretty awesome. All right. Well, hey, let's do our first commercial break. And on the back end, like I said, we'd have the What's Up Wylie segment. I don't know if you've got that sounder ready, but on the back end, we can certainly play it. But
What's Up Wylie?
What's Up Wylie?
There you go. Yeah. So we're going to do a little different this. I don't know if we did this last time, Brian, but we are going to bring our guest in to do the What's Up Wylie segment with us. So once we get back from break, we'll bring them in and ready to roll.
All right.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by One Payon and JP Direct Health, providing affordable health insurance solutions as a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Allison Wilson and Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex. Here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life. Cordell Reynolds with Platinum Eagle Mortgage. Your mortgage journey starts here. Marley Knapp with Norwex, chemical-free, sustainable solutions for your home. and by Tara Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference. And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. So thank you to our sponsors. Always good to see some familiar faces there, and you'll see them throughout the course of the month and different shows that we do on Thursdays and Tuesdays here. So thank you for that. So yeah, let's go ahead, Lynn. Let's bring in our guest, and we'll do the What's Up Wylie segment together.
All right. Well, Lynn put these two guests together. I've got a chance to talk to one of them already. Hadn't got a chance to meet Janna yet. But Lynn, I'm going to let you introduce them. And once you introduce each one, I'll bring them in.
Okay. So one of my guests is Janna Rose. She's a good friend and neighbor of mine. She owns her own salon. Her salon is currently in City Line in Richardson. And my other guest is Tref. Hodge. He is the Chief of Operations of Deanan Gourmet Popcorn. It's your local popcorn company here. So let's bring them on.
Hey guys.
Hi, Janna. How are you?
Great. How are you guys doing?
Very well, very well. Hi, Tref. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing good. Good to be here.
Tref, I did say it right?
Yes, perfect.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today. Look forward to learning more about you guys. Let's really quickly. Lynn did a very good job of introducing you, but let's do a quick 30 seconds each, and then we'll do the What's Up Wylie section, and then we can get into a little bit more of how you guys got to where you're at. But just give us a brief overview, who you are, what you do, what your company is, and then we'll do the What's Up Wylie section. And Janna,
ladies first.
Let's let ladies go first.
Okay, great. Well, guys, I've been in this industry for about 25 years now. My family was also in the industry, and I enjoy what I do. It's just so great to be able to get one-on-one with people every day. And I love that I get so much support from people like Lynn, and all the ladies in my neighborhood are just absolutely fantastic. We're all moms, we're all hustlers, we're all working and just building that American dream together, and it's just been amazing for me, and I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Janna. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tref, give us a little overview of what you guys are and what you do with the company.
Yeah, so we're a popcorn factory in Wylie, Texas, and we are growing. I'm the third generation. My grandparents, Dean and Nan, started the company back in 1979, and they've passed it on to their 5 kids. And so I'm the grandson and third generation. And we moved from, Converse, Texas, when that next generation came on, and we moved to Wylie to grow. And we started from a 5,000 square foot building to now a 2,300 square foot building. And thanks to Wylie and the people we work with, we've been able to grow, and we pop about 2,500 pounds of popcorn a day to provide everything we need for our customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, think about how light popcorn is, and you're popping 25,000 pounds. Wow.
Yeah, yep. It's a big operation.
Oh, that's great. And so where are you guys located? Do you guys have a retail location at your production facility, or how do you guys go to market?
So people can walk in at our store or at our factory. We have a little storefront there. And then we also have a showroom down at the World Trade Center in Dallas. And so that's kind of where we're always have a presence there. And then we're getting into other locations and shows that we go into that are just, seasonal setups. Gotcha.
Love hearing the family aspect of it. You guys third generation and just all working in the factory. So that's great to hear. I love hearing those stories.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, Lennon, let's do the What's Up Wylie.
What's Up Wylie?
Who wants to go first? Who's got something hot that's happening in Wylie?
Well, I have some things, and I think Lyndon had a really great idea, because we do have a lot of things that go on in Wylie, events and stuff like that. But again, the whole purpose of this show is to help our community. So I did do some digging around. I found some businesses that are hiring. I know 2 of our Master Networks groups are also looking for employees. One is a general contractor, so he's looking for workers. There's also Troy. He owns a mobile detailing company. He's also looking for employees as well. Your local favorite Italian restaurant, Napoli's, I saw that they're looking for a hostess, server, delivery drivers. Our school system are looking, they're looking for school bus drivers. School's about to start, and some grades don't have school bus drivers. So Wylie ISD is looking, I don't know if it's Wylie ISD, but our Wylie, the city of Wylie, is looking for bus drivers. Five Loaves Pantry is also looking to stock their back to school items with cereal, granola bars, Pop-Tarts, peanut butter. They'd like to serve the families going back to school. And that's what I have. I mean, oh, and we've got our rodeo coming up in September. And one more thing, sorry. We have the Battle of the Pumps. So Wylie ISD Education Foundation's got it set up at the Fuel City. So you can get great tacos and also pick the high school you want to support. There's Pump 17 is for Wylie East, and Pump 13 is for Wylie. And they are contributing 3 cents per gallon to the Wylie Education Foundation.
Okay, and where can people pump their gas to contribute 3 cents per
Fuel City,
Fuel City.
right across from Tref's warehouse.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah, at Fuel City. So get some tacos, some daiquiris, and fill up your gas.
Sounds like a good combination.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's quite the list. All right, I like it. And yes, school is starting up. If you've got kiddos, now's the time. We've done quite a bit of back to school shopping, and I've got 2 18-year-olds going away to college, so that's tugging at my heartstrings a little bit. And we just made a Costco run the other day that I don't know how many figures were on that bill, but
Never fails.
it's about that time. Anybody else have anything else? What's up, Wylie?
Tuesday's show, we had Coach Carter from Wylie High School on, and then also Joe Moret, who is the president of the PTA. There's a lot of things going on with PTA right now. They're needing some volunteers and participation. Football season is here. Brian, I was telling Coach Carter a little bit about mine and your sports show we did last year, and the coaches that we had on. But he was on. They're having a scrimmage. Wylie High's having a scrimmage this Saturday, and so if you're a Pirate fan, AMO fan, then you can go out and watch that. And it's going to be early. I think at 8:30 or 9 is when that starts, before it gets too hot. But then next week is when season starts as far as your scrimmage games. And so we are looking into getting, just to be fair, I mean, my stepson goes to Wylie High, so I've got to be a Pirate fan. But we do want to bring on Wylie East coaches and representatives from there as well. So if anybody knows anybody there and wants to put us in contact with them, we'd love to have them on.
Yeah, that was roughly about a year ago now that we had the inaugural football game, Allen versus St. John Bosco. If you recall that one, that was the big. Allen didn't fare so well, but it was the kickoff to the football season, the high school football season last year, and we had a show with both coaches on. The mayor of Allen was on, so we had a fun time with that one.
We did, and our claim to fame can always be that we interviewed the coach of the high school national champion, Bosco Braves, and had him on a couple of times. Great guy. And I mean, if Brian's like me, we don't know many people in California, but he was generous enough to come on and talk about their team, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good time, and still waiting for the Bosco Braves gear that Coach Negro
promised
had promised.
Sweatshirt. I didn't get it. I guess I need to reach back out to him. He's probably ready to come back on and talk about this year. But
that's right.
Maybe we can get them hooked up with one of the Wylie teams.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, heck, why not? And yeah, we'll look forward to having the coaches on throughout the season too.
Yep, definitely.
Any other headlines for Wylie?
Tref, Janna, y'all have anything?
I mean,
we're about to start a new season.
They're hiring everywhere. in Wylie.
Always something going on. Lynn mentioned the rodeo. I can't wait for that. I went for the first time last year, and definitely. You know what's funny? And I say this all the time, but every time I go attend something in Wylie, it always exceeds my expectations. Always. And it's not that I have low expectations. It's just like I grew up in a small town, so I know kind of how small town things work. And every time I attend, Bluegrass on Ballard just blew me away. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. The rodeo last year was so much fun. And so I just encourage anybody that if you're not from around the Wylie area, check out some of the things that come out and see, because it's awesome what the people in Wylie come together to present.
Yeah, I was impressed.
I've heard some really good things.
That I wanted to bring up. Oh, sorry, Brian.
No, I was just commenting on just the tremendous amount of growth that Wylie's seen, yet it's still kept the small town feel and small town activities. And as we've gone through these shows and heard all the different activities, certainly it's just awesome to hear that. Yeah, it still has that small town feel, even though the tremendous amount of growth that it's experienced over the last 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, there's one other thing. So Wylie's also even famous for their exotic cats. So Las Vegas actually sent over, was it one? I believe one or two. And so they're having an NSYNC exotic all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast on August 19th at NSYNC. So if you haven't been out there and know that Wylie has tigers and lions and things like that, right in our own very backyard, you need to go check that out.
That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. My kiddos had their birthday party there one year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice.
It was great.
So can you show up at any time and tour that, or is it just special events?
The best time to show up is when they're not sleeping. So later in the afternoon is better, because if you go in the morning, you won't get to hear that powerful roar that literally just gives you goosebumps all over your body. It's so surreal to be this up close and personal to such amazing animals. The pumpkin toss at Thanksgiving is really great, because they throw a pumpkin this big to a lion and he catches it like it's a tennis ball. It's amazing.
Wow.
We heard about that on one of the earlier shows.
Yeah, they did the watermelon crushing thing or whatever, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, they're awesome. Beautiful animals.
Very cool.
I got to take my grandson out there. He's seen every fire station in Wylie. We've seen every horse stable, every construction lot I have stopped by. Everybody knows me now just because they don't know my name, but they just know my grandson. But the first time I told him about the lions, he kind of looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, no, I'm being real.
Like, there's no lions in Wylie.
Right.
What? Lions, tigers?
So it kind of goes to our last month topic was personal brand building. It sounds like, Lyndon, you're bringing your grandson out to build your personal brand, whether you like it or not.
Right, exactly. It's all about him though, so that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it's okay. I use my kids all the time.
Me too.
I mean, well, look at Tref. He's what, third generation now coming into your business. So you keep the kids involved, and they just take it from you when it's retirement time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 2 kids too, so they're just young right now.
Well, they'll be in the popcorn factory.
Yep. That's one of my oldest said. He's like, I want to make popcorn when I grow up.
Yep.
How cool is it to be a kid growing up in a popcorn?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love popcorn?
Yeah, it's cool.
got
They
some
love
amazing
coming in and
flavors.
touring, watching it all, in operation. They love it. Every time they love it. And then they want to eat the vanilla popcorn.
I know we got to go to break, Brian, here real quick, but I do want to give a shout out to Melissa Mancini. She's another co-host on, and also Mancini Photography. So thank you, Melissa, for commenting. She had to go ahead and get her ammo in there too. I don't know if anybody knows what that means, but it's a Wylie Pirate thing. It's pretty dang cool. I might share the story later if y'all want me to.
I was going to say, we need to know what ammo means.
Yeah, you do.
All right. We'll hear it a little bit later. Right now, let's kick it over to break, and then we'll regroup on the back end.
All right.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Again, thanks to our sponsors for their time and effort into the show. Appreciate hearing from them. Okay, so what we typically do now, and one of my favorite parts of the show is I want to hear from the guests, both Tref and Janna. How did you guys get to where you're at? So again, we'll go ladies first. Janna, I'd love to know, your story as to what drove you to create and found the Janna Rose Salon, and just tell us a little bit about that.
Honestly, my family, my grandmother, she, taught beauty school for years. I grew up in a family of, 6 cousins. They also were salon owners and basically just grew up as like their little, protege. I ran the front desk, 6 phone lines of a 2-story, very progressive salon in Temple, Texas, Central Texas at the time for my cousin. And she just inspired me to really see how she took just a very, very small business and turned it into such a mecca. I mean, she bought the whole block of real estate behind her salon. She had 2 cars. She had a massive retail jewelry case, hair products. She did wigs for cancer patients, Color by Caroline blended makeup. I could go on, but basically I just kind of sat back and watched how she, basically ran this amazing business. And I just immediately decided that that's what I wanted to do. At 18, I wasn't quite ready to jump into just, being a business owner just yet. So I did go to college for a couple of years and had my fun in college and, like we all do. And it was great, but ended up in Dallas, went to beauty school here, and ended up with a really great lady who worked for Jose Abera for very many years. She was the salon manager there. And I thought, I'm going to try out for this job. It's probably not going to happen. And I got the job, and my whole life changed after that. So, it's been great ever since. A year from that date, I started my own business, and that was back in 2000. So, I've been doing it for quite some time now. And, moving up to Richardson was a decision that I made to be closer to my kids, since we're in Wylie, and I needed to be closer to home. And I love City Line. City Line, I don't know if anybody's, familiar with City Line, but it's just growing rapidly. It's just amazing. And I got the privilege of being part of a brand new salon chain called Image Studios. And it's one of the most beautifully designed hair studios out there. And we were the first flagship store here in Dallas. So they're popping up everywhere now. And it's all glass, so much natural light. It's beautiful. And we have the greatest owners and just the greatest location. I wouldn't be surprised if Wylie gets one soon. And if they do, I'm there. So, that's pretty much it. I can remember saying, 25 years ago, I'm going to move to Dallas. I'm going to own my own salon, which I did for 6 years. And it was fantastic. I had a freestanding space in the State Thomas neighborhood in Uptown. Ended up having my kiddos and they needed a little bit more time. So I downsized. But I can still operate my business and flourish and do everything that I love to do and be a little more up close and personal with my clients now and less distracted, if you will. And I'm very happy with where I'm at right now and the flexibility to be able to spend time with my family and my kids. So that's about it,
Awesome.
Just living the American dream over here.
Well, I saw Melissa chimed in and said #follow your dreams. So glad to hear you're doing that. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing your backstory. I appreciate hearing that.
Absolutely.
Well, how about yourself? Obviously you've shared a little bit about the family business that started in 1979. How has your journey been in that? And as the family has handed it down from generation to generation, how has that all transpired?
Yeah, so when I first started, got out of school, started college, I didn't know exactly I was going to be going to work for Deanan because it was in San Antonio area at the time. But I did know I wanted to be a business owner, and so I took that path in school and got my degree in finance and accounting, and from there started my financial planning practice. And around that time, about 2 years after I did that, my grandfather was like, I'm ready to retire. And he passed on the business to his 5 kids, and 4 out of 5 lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So it made sense for them to move here. And then that's really when I got involved with this, is from day one when they bought the land in Wylie. And we had 5,000 square foot building with office space. And it was a blank, slate. And so we had to build everything, bring all our equipment in while maintaining, a running factory in Converse. So did that. We started with, a popper, a bagger, all these big pieces of equipment. And finally we got it to where we could operate all the flavors at this factory, and we were able to take on everything that we needed as far as inventory from this factory and the other factory. So we closed down the Converse factory because it was a nightmare trying to keep 2 factories going, and they're both in Texas. So from there, we've just grown, and I've been a part of it since then. Started, learning everything from, the office to production management. And now I'm chief of operations running it. And in the next 2 years, I'll transition into CEO when our CEO retires. So, and we've grown a lot, since we've been in Wylie. We went from 5,000 to now 23,000. And we've done that with a lot of help from the city of Wylie. Like the Economic Development Council has been huge with us. All the connections that we make through working with them, local businesses, has really helped us get to where we are today.
I keep hearing that about the EDC, about how wonderful they are. We had a guest on a couple of weeks ago, and he was sharing that basically he was the reason they were the reason he came to Wylie.
Oh yeah.
Because they're such a tremendous organization that really is doing some good things for Wylie. So, quick question: how many flavors of popcorn do you have?
We have 8 main flavors, but then we have the Nutty Trio selection. We have 3 of those, and those are amazing right there.
All right, I'm gonna have to
They
come
have
by.
like pecan, almonds, walnuts in them with the popcorn. It's all candy coated popcorn. It's
That sounds
mouthwatering. It's good.
Yeah.
And his popcorn's good for like little giveaways with your logo. He'll put your logo on his popcorn with little miniature bags that you can pass out, and promote
It's
your own
perfect.
business along with it.
Yeah, it's like a lasting memory. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, from a salon to real estate to someone in the trucking business trying to get more transport loads, and they're just trying to do cold calls, and it makes that cold call a little bit warmer. They remember you by it, and you can put your contact information and logo on it, and they're cheap enough where it makes sense to be able to give out.
Yes.
Wow. Well, Brian, that kind of leads us into the networking segment, doesn't it?
Right, it sure does. So, what I'd like to do now is just kind of shift gears and let's talk through that networking. Obviously, what we have as the basis of this show is the Master Networks Wylie chapter. So obviously, that's an in-person networking group that has thrived very well over the last year and a half and grown. Let me ask you, Tref, and how do you guys, you're a little bit different business. You have a product as opposed to most of the folks that we have on the show are service based. How do you, clearly you're dialed in with the EDC, the Wylie EDC, which is great. How do you guys network and get your brand out there? I'm
So
curious.
it kind of started, we really started out as a popcorn manufacturer specifically for fundraising. So we weren't the guy that was always on the shelf that you would see in the grocery store buying our popcorn. We have a product, popcorn, that we would package and have the whole solution for doing a fundraiser. So you would buy a case of product. We could mix the flavors, in this case of 100, and then you would sell it and you would make 60% or more profit on that popcorn. And it could be used for anybody. Or any organization. It could be for personal, but it allowed people to sell a product and the whole solution for it and make money. Since COVID, we've transitioned a lot more, or are more involved in wholesale and retail, which is where you're seeing us at, when we were at Kroger and Aldi and places like that. And so we also are on Fair, which is an online platform for retail shops to order products on and sell in their stores. And so you'll see our popcorn all across the United States because of Fair. People are ordering it from there, and they get the discounts, the free shipping, and the payment plans through Fair, and then we ship it fast out to them.
That's cool. Great. And so, you guys basically started at a local level from a fundraising aspect and have built that into a national distribution, if you will, right?
So it started out as us going to shows like PTA shows, sports shows that people are going to these things and trying, they're buying products. And so that we would be there as a fundraisers to get those things. Say it's technology and they're trying to put TVs in all the classrooms, or a sports team's trying to go to get uniforms or go to some tournament and pay for it. They would sell our product, the team or the school, to pay for all this stuff. So we got in front of a lot of people that way. One-on-one, they'd get to sample it and then try it. And then we'd also have a brochure that would have all our information on how the fundraiser is done, profits, the different size bags that we offer. And then most recently, we've done a lot with GJ with Speak Loud Media to use Facebook to get those viewers and bring them in watching our videos and kind of get attached through social media. And then we also have some of the more organic stuff that we do with the EDC, because we're just in constant contact with them. And then they've linked us to the Collin College, which is a great thing. for us. We get to meet a lot of people, and like we help our employees and myself throughout our business, like through training. But yeah, and then I did the Wylie leadership, which was huge for me. I personally enjoyed it. I got to know so many things about the city, and I got to meet people. You know, each class has different people in it, and that are from different organizations or different backgrounds. So you get to meet people that way, and share your product and what you do, and then there's such a value to me what I learned there. And I think a lot through the connection. I was telling Lyndon earlier how we got connected with Fuel City. It was through the EDC. They wanted local products, in their store. And Jason Greiner with the EDC was like, I know of a guy, a popcorn manufacturer that would love to go in there. And we had never done that before, where we go into a store, we stock it, we keep inventory of that store. We're responsible for all that, and then we just invoice them, and we come every single week and fill it up. And that was new to us. That was more like what Frito-Lay does and the retailers. And our background was fundraising, so it's been great to transition into that. And I feel like it's made us a stronger company through that by transitioning into wholesale and retail. And then we already know the fundraising, but it's still developing since COVID.
Oh, that's great. And so welcome to the direct store delivery model.
Yeah.
We were talking before the show. I worked for PepsiCo for 17 years and most recently with Frito-Lay. So yeah, I get the challenges of keeping fresh product on the shelves and stocking and all that. So that's great that you guys have gotten into that distribution. And like you said, you can learn locally and then potentially leverage it to go larger and larger scale as you guys grow in capacity. So that's awesome. No, thank you for sharing. So what I heard there too is multiple different networking opportunities, right? Whether it be locally in the community through fundraising, through the EDC, leadership Wylie. We've talked about that. Lynn, you have a special feeling for that group as well.
Yep.
Having participated now multiple times, right? So yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get into networking. One of which is what we're doing right now on the show, right? And whether it's the North Texas Community Difference shows or Pod Connect or however we're doing it through this venue, that's another way to do it. What I do want to do real quick, we do have to take another break. And then I'd like to talk to you, Janna, about how you guys have networked over the 20 years or so that you've been in the salon business. So let's do that, take a quick break, and we'll jump into that on the back end.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Jenny Connolly with TC Roofing and Restoration. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays. The Power of Advertising. Lynn Heverly with Coldwell Banker Apex, guiding you home with heart and expertise. Caitlin Fiesel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your home and office is a diamond. Let's get it out of the dust. Dallas Jones with Rementis, bringing your memories and technology back to life. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. And by Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Looks like we might have lost Janna. I don't know if she can hear us.
I'm trying to get back on here.
Okay.
There she is.
Sorry. It's all good. I didn't know it looked like you were still there audio wise, so now we have you visually too. So just kind of regrouping, what we're doing is diving into the business topic of the month, and that is networking and best practices that you've experienced, and then the different, I guess, methods and networking avenues that you've explored. So I'm always interested to hear this because obviously it's a lifeblood of any referrals are the lifeblood of any small business entrepreneurial type endeavor. So in the salon world, Janna, how have you networked and what's been successful, what's been challenging? I don't want to just talk successes, because as we've all tried different methods, we realize some are more beneficial than others. So would be interested to hear your feedback on that topic.
I've branched out in so many different ways over the years. I started even reaching out to, young hairstylists that are in beauty school and going and doing free continuing education just to inspire them and, teach them about what they have ahead of them, but also partnered up, had many different types of parties and networking and marketing adventures. Like with Park City Skincare, we did, just like a great big event. We incorporated Botox, facials, teeth whitening, all kinds of different, vendors have sponsored me. We've partnered up with Milkshake, Color Wow. I've had people come in, fly in from Miami, different places all over the United States, and do classes that actually are hands-on to my customers, showing them how to use these products. And each time we did something like this, we would, make just a whole new set of clients, friends, everybody, they've always been successful. I wouldn't say that I've even had one that was a failure. I even networked with a local restaurant, Winston Supper Club, and did an event there and passed out, all kinds of our products and everything. And they were huge successes. On a local level, I would say that's been the biggest success. People like Lynn, who know how to harness social media. I mean, social media, I don't think so many business owners really understand the capacity of social media to build your brand and to build your business, and how shareable. It's one click of a button. It's all about being, spreading it across your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And I mean, I'll say that I've gotten more customers this year from social media alone than anything else. I mean, I would say every time, Lynn is so great. Somebody in a mom's group in Wylie, Murphy, Saxe, this whole area posts something. All the ladies in my neighborhood are super supportive and always get on there and say, go see Janna at the Janna Rose Salon. And I mean, that just snowballs one thing into another. And then all of a sudden you've gotten 15 new clients this year, which is, super helpful because, people are always moving. We've had a lot of change in the last 2 years, a lot of people with COVID, older people kind of decided to stop getting their hair colored. It all ebbs and flows. So I would say that as a small business owner, that has been the greatest networking tool for me is social media. If I post a photo on Instagram, it spreads across my Facebook, everything, and it reminds people, it triggers people's minds to call me, make an appointment. I do flash sales because I carry, about 10 different lines of hair care items, and I do flash sales on Instagram that nobody else knows about, and people come by and stop by and buy several $100s worth of products, and it's fantastic, and it's all free to me just at the touch of my fingertips. So that's basically what's carried me for a while is my Facebook and Instagram, as well as just networking with different clients of mine who may be doctors, may own spas. We even partner with other salons, but we've done lots and lots of events that have been very successful. But, the challenge always is to just stay current and keep your clients current, and that's always a challenge. But, I'm very, very lucky to be part of a group. Our salon, we do lots of parties, and we just had a small business jewelry maker there the other day that had a pop-up shop. And I don't know if you guys have seen Permanent Jewelry. That's what she does. And so it's basically, soldered onto your wrist or finger, whatever, the metal soldered together. And so, we do a lot of things like that. We partner with people that do lashes, spray tanning, all kinds of stuff. So it's a really fun and rewarding feeling industry to be in as well. Just, knowing that there's always just that constant flow of support from your neighbors, from your clients. and your neighbor clients. So, we are very thankful to have that. And the PTA as well. I've donated to them the last several years. And, just last week I had a client that got the gift certificate, and she was like, I'm so glad I, got this. I feel like it was such a blessing. And, now I've found my person. So it's just a really rewarding feeling. So you're helping out the community, and you're also able to help out your business and expansion with it as well.
I'm glad you mentioned that at the end there, the charitable contributions and donations, because that certainly does go a long way in building goodwill, and obviously making you feel good about what you're doing, and then also building that goodwill on the backside. So no, that's awesome. And you're right, social media, I mean, it's somewhat free, right? It's something
totally.
that you have to invest your time in, but from a cost perspective, it's as much time as you want to put into it. You can hire people to do it for you, so that would cost money, but exactly what we're doing here, right? This is all shareable information that we can forward to our audience as well as your audience, so we can share everybody's audience, or share this with everybody's audience at a pretty low cost. So yeah, fantastic, way to grow your business. Absolutely.
Brian, I'd like to share real quick, and Lynn can help me with this, but Master Networks is getting ready to do something. I'm not sure the date. I wish I did. But it's basically the members of Master Networks, obviously all professionals, are going to donate water. And we're going to take a day where we go out, and anybody that's working outside, construction, road crews, anything like that, we're going to pass out water. And to me, that's serving that community in a way, kind of like what Janna was talking about, and giving those certificates. People may look at your ad, they may look at your business card at a networking event, and you may be forgotten in 10 minutes.
Agreed.
But if you go out and you do something for someone like that, and that's what, again, I can't stress enough how Wylie does this so well. It's not just Master Networks. I'm partial to Master Networks people because they're like family, but you can just see this happening in Wylie all the time. People are doing things for the community, people they don't even know. And they're not doing it to be self-serving, but it's just a natural reaction that if you walk up to someone in 103-degree heat and hand them a bottle of water, they're going to remember you. And we don't always have to network. I wanted to just say this too. We don't always have to network for a sale. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we just have to network for our brand. Sometimes we just have to network as a citizen. And I think that that's where Wylie has figured it out, is that it's not always about promoting my business, but your business is always recognized.
And to add to that, and I've told my husband sometimes that, yeah, I mean, I guess the things that we do for the community, the donations, the sponsorships, the things like that, it's selfish in a way because it actually makes us feel good. And so, if you look at it like that too, and you say self-serving, but it makes us feel good to do all those things. And so it's selfish in a sense, but it also helps the community that you want and love serving.
How many of you are Friends fans? Anybody ever watch the show Friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when Phoebe was trying to do the act of selflessness?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that episode? And you can't do it.
Yes.
You can't do it because you're gonna get a good feeling no matter how selfless you are. So therefore it's paying you back. And that's what you just made me think of, Lynn. I'm like,
yeah, because it is selfish in a way.
In our mind, we're like, I'm going to go do something that's not for me. I'm going to do it for everybody else. And then you end up feeling great about it. You're like, well,
because you do. You absolutely do. All the smiles, everything. Yeah. I'm part of this awesome moms group, and I, did a sponsorship for their, it's their yearly annual moms night, and they're going to do it big. And so it just makes you feel good that these moms are going to have a night out and going to be spoiled, and you were a part of it. So, it's selfish in a way. And, unfortunately, it just makes you feel good.
It's called a win-win. So you can't do anything about win-wins.
That's definitely a good selfish. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe it, but I'm looking at the clock, and I think we're already up against our hour. So time flies when you're having fun, and that's what certainly the case here. What I do want to do is give everybody a quick chance to go around the horn and just, again, remind the viewers who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you. And then we'll wrap up the show. And again, I appreciate all of you being on the show today, especially our guests, Janna and Tref. So Janna, why don't you go ahead and go first?
So customers, anybody wanting to make an appointment with me or get in touch with me, I have the Janna Rose Salon Facebook, at Janna Rose Salon on Instagram is my handle. Messenger, my phone number is listed on my Instagram. My address is listed there, also on Image Studios page as well. My email is jannarose78@gmail.com. And the best way to get a hold of me is through text message or Facebook, because it might take me a hot minute, but I'll get back with you. I do have a very heavy volume of customers, so sometimes it takes a second. But thanks for letting me be a part of this today. I really appreciate the support from our community and you guys letting me come on. And hopefully we'll see some more in the future.
Awesome.
Again, thanks for being on.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I mean, this has been great. I feel like if I added anything to anybody for networking or any ideas, just one person, that would be huge, because that's how we got some of our ideas. So, but, the best way to reach us is our website is www.deanan.com. It's DEANAN.com. We can also be reached at 972-442-1500. But and my personal cell phone is 469-222-7821. I'd love to, if anyone wants to reach out or has any more questions about networking, I'd love to talk and answer those.
Awesome. Thank you, Tref. Appreciate you being on today. Lynn, why don't you give a quick recap?
Well, I'm Lynn Heverly. I am a realtor with Cole McGraw Apex. If you're, looking to buy, sell, start your investment portfolio, I'm your girl. All my information is rolling on the bottom. So give me a shout out. Text message is best. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lynn, for co-hosting. Lyndon, you're sitting in for Cordell. Do you want to give him his information out one more time?
Yeah, let me find that real quick. Cordell Reynolds is with Platinum Eagle Mortgage, and I'm trying to find his information so I can scroll it. If y'all give me a second. Everybody knows I have producing and doing this. So there's Cordell, loan officer, Platinum Eagle Mortgage. You can get him at cordell.reynolds at Platinum Eagle mtgmortgage.com, 501-548-7100. If you don't do your loan with Cordell, you're dumb as hell. So make sure I got that in. I want to thank you, Cordell, for letting me sit in for you today. Appreciate it. And Lynn, thank you for letting me partner with you today. I appreciate your patience. And Tref and Janna, thank you for being on. It's the business professionals and folks like you that make these shows so special, along with our co-hosts. So thank you very much for participating.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been awesome.
Well, guys, that'll wrap up the show for the week. Everybody have a wonderful, hopefully a little bit cooler weekend coming up, but a safe and happy weekend. And we'll see you guys same place, same time next week. Take care all.